I'm here in front of the famous town of Hempstead windmill, which we can see from near and far on Lido Beach Boulevard, right near the Meadowbrook. Why am I here? Because of this week's Parsha. When I always look at this windmill, wherever I'm coming from, I always think that these three bars, these three tongues on it, they go down, they go up, they're down, they're up, they're down, they're low, they're high. It's a cycle. Sometimes they're higher, sometimes they're lower. And it reminds me of a pasuk, a concept in the Parsha. The concept is the word nason titain, nasan, to give, is a palindrome. It's been pointed out that when you give, you sometimes you give, sometimes you take. Sometimes it's read right to left, sometimes it's read left to right. Sometimes you're giving, sometimes you're taking. Sometimes you're on the bottom, sometimes you're on the top. There's a pasuk in the Parsha that says, nason titain lo, you shall surely give to him. And again, the word twice. Biglala davar hazeh yivarecha Hashem Elokecha. And because of giving to people that are on the lower end, at that point, Hashem will bless you. There's a story told that students of the Netziv of Volozhin were sent by the Rosh Yeshiva, by the Netziv, Rabbi Naftali Tzvi Yehuda Berlin, to raise money for the yeshiva. They went to the Jewish communities, wherever they were traveling, and they came to their first stop, and instead of going from house to house to house and collecting a few kopecks here and a few kopecks there, they had a different plan. They said, you know what? Let's buy a lottery ticket. Let's put down a little money, and let's daven to Hashem that He give us the right number, and then we'll win a lot of money. And instead of going from house to house and degrading ourselves, we will go and win one big check and, of course, give the proceeds to the yeshiva. So the boys, the two young men, a younger light, they decide that they, on a number, let's say 423, and one of them goes to shul to daven. That 423 is the winning lottery number that night, and the other one goes to buy the ticket. And as he's starting the calculations, he's making gematrias. He says, you know what? 424 is a better gematria. It has a better number for whatever reason. And he buys 424. But meanwhile, the other guy's davening for 423 in the local shul. And they're davening, and it's announced that 423 wins, the number that the guy was davening for. Not 424, the number that he bought. They didn't get it. They come back dejected. They spent the money that they had, hoping that they would win. Amazingly, they would have won if they would have stuck with the plan. And the Netziv says to them, your plan was very nice, but you're lacking something. It's not about the amount of money that we collect. It's actually about the amount of people that give, that everybody has a share in the Torah of the great yeshiva of Volozhin. It's one thing to get $1 million from one person. That's amazing. But to get $1 from 1 million people, and those 1 million people get a share in the Torah, that's the idea of Nason Titain, of everybody being together. Sometimes you're on top, and sometimes you're on bottom. Have a beautiful Shabbos, a charitable Shabbos, one where we think about other people, and we think whether we're on the top and the bottom. Sometimes we have to receive, and we should be giving at another time in our lives, and other times we can give and hope that other people can benefit as well.